In my past videos, I profiled a very successful Japanese trader named CIS who made well over $34 million betting that the Japanese stock market will fall. Now, many of you enjoyed the video and have asked me to elaborate further on his trading strategies. You can't find a picture or video of CIS showing his face to the public anywhere because he chooses to keep his identity private. Through combing through his Japanese interviews, his Twitter feed, which has over 500,000 subscribers, and also many articles written about him, his trading style has changed throughout the years. And this is a sign of a successful trader being able to adapt to changing market conditions. So in this video, I'm going to share his trading journey with you, the successes and failures that he had along the way, and the trading strategies that he used to make millions in the financial markets. Hey traders, this is Mike Sir here. I've been an active trader for over 21 years and a trader coach for the past 15 years. In my videos, I profile all the top traders in the world and teach you how to replicate their incredible success. I've been fortunate to train many successful traders, and in this video, I'm going to outline 5 trading ideas that you can take from one of the most famous traders in Japan. So let's get started. First, let me share a brief background of CIS's trading journey. He was born in 1979 in Tokyo, Japan, and graduated with a mechanical engineering degree, and immediately started working for his relatives in the manufacturing industry. Now, while he was working, he started trading in the Japanese stock market at the peak of the dot-com bubble in the year 2000 with $30,000 of his savings, and he was only 20 years old at that time. Now, first of all, he started focusing on trying to buy underrated companies, but never really had much success. He also did some scalping as well with some moderate success, but it was later on when he started following trends that he had the most success. 4 years after he started trading, he made $700,000 in a day, and that success helped him make the decision to quit his job and become a full-time trader in the year 2004. Now, within 2 years of him focusing purely on trading full-time, he was able to amass a fortune of over $30 million at the young age of 26 years old. Now, this type of wealth creation at such a young age spurred him to take even bigger positions in the markets, and by 2010, he reached a net worth of over $100 million, and as of today, he is reported to have a net worth of over $300 million. So in under 20 years, CIS managed to turn $30,000 of his initial capital into well over $300 million, a remarkable return. However, it wasn't a smooth 20-year trading journey for him, because in 2006, he lost over $5 million in just one day due to him betting big on a young e-commerce company called LiveDoor. Now, LiveDoor was an internet service provider and an operator of a popular web portal and blog platform, but they were accused of securities fraud. This subsequently led to a collapse of 90% in the stock price and a big dent in CIS's trading portfolio. Now then, in the following year, another bad luck for him was in 2007, he lost $6 million in one day due to another company collapse, and this time it was during the financial crisis where he got hurt by holding Lehman Brothers stock when it was free falling. So now let me share with you a few of CIS's trading ideas with you. Now, one of the type of trades that CIS is known for is a trade that happened in 2014. He was watching the stock SoftBank, and the stock price was down 5% on that particular day. Now, CIS saw a buying opportunity and sized up on the stock to the tune of 300,000 shares worth over $20 million. Now, immediately after his purchase, he informed his Twitter followers of his trade, and they all started following him. And suddenly, this sudden surge of buying immediately changed the price direction of the stock, and the stock price stopped falling and actually reversed all of its losses, and in fact closed positive on the day. But CIS didn't hold his positions overnight and actually sold all his stock before the markets closed, pocketing a nice $1 million profit on the trade. Now, you could say that this is some form of a price manipulation by CIS, but this is a type of trade that CIS is known for, whenever he sees a trading opportunity for some type of a price reversal, he goes in with a heavy position, which in turn immediately changes the price momentum of the stock. And because he has so many loyal followers of him, it creates a dramatic price reversal and price momentum towards the opposite direction when his loyal followers follow him. CIS is known for his aggressive and heavy volume trading style. As an example, in 2017, his trading volume alone consisted of 0.5% of the total trading volume on the Tokyo Stock Exchange. And this is why he proclaimed himself the trader who can move the Nikkei and the Tokyo stock market all by himself, and he's actually very, very proud of this ability. Now, this trading style is obviously one of the biggest reasons why he has been able to amass such a big fortune in the stock market, and it really follows his philosophy of whenever he believes in a company stock or in a trading idea, he would look to build a sizable trading position. And as I broke down the $34 million trade profit CIS made in betting against the Nikkei in my past video, he likes to keep adding more and more positions as the price goes in his favor. And he's not afraid to build massive billion-dollar trade positions or utilize leverage, whereas for the majority of traders, traders don't have that risk tolerance or mindset that CIS has to hold such big trade positions. Now, obviously, it's an extremely risky approach, and CIS has incurred big losses before due to big bets that have gone wrong. And for anyone who wants to replicate CIS's trading style, you really need to be comfortable with big drawdowns and have a proven profitable strategy which you can also leverage. As you can see from this picture, at one point in CIS's trading career, he was watching over 500 stocks in the Japanese stock market and looking for a very specific but yet simple trading setup. Now, he likes to use a daily chart to look at the 5-day moving average and the 25-day moving average to determine the direction of the market. Now, specifically, he's looking at the angle that these two moving averages cross each other. Now, let me show you an example. So here's a daily chart of Nintendo. And what you can see, the red line here is the 5-day moving average, and the blue line is the 25-day moving average. So essentially, CIS looks for when the 5-day moving average crosses the 25-day moving average. And specifically, he looks at the angle that it crosses. So what you can see here is the red line here, which is the 5-day moving average, crosses the 25-day. And you can see the angle is very, very sharp. And what I like to say, it's like a 65-degree angle that crosses here. And again, you can see the angle that it crosses at is very, very sharp, and hence you can see this price move up here. And also here, you can see that the 5-day moving average didn't cross the 25 days, so there's no signal there. Same thing here, it didn't cross, so there's no signal here. And there's a signal here, right, when it crosses. And then look at the angle that it crosses it at. It's like a 65-degree angle, and you can see here, it moved very sharply up and actually went back to test this 5-day moving average and actually went higher. And the last thing right here, you can see the red line crossed the blue line, and look at the angle that it crossed at. And again, here, the stock actually gapped up. Now, this type of trading technique is very simple, and in fact, CIS says that sometimes simplicity is the best. As I mentioned in my previous videos, you don't need so many complicated indicators that could cause confusion in your trading. CIS is an avid gamer, and playing video games has taught him a lot as a trader. Now, he has learned that whenever you see a strong opponent in a game, you lose nothing by running away to protect yourself. In fact, this type of rule is what he applies to the stock market every single day. You see, whenever he opens a new trade, if it's losing money, then he cuts his losses immediately. But when his trade is working, then he lets his winners ride and trades with the trend. Now, one aspect to him changing his style from scalping to holding stocks for a longer period of time is really due to the fact that he has much more capital nowadays compared to when he first started. Also, you heard me say in my previous videos that the trend is your friend and that you should follow the trend. In fact, trend trading is one of the most profitable trading strategies. In recent years, CIS has begun to simplify his trading strategies and his trading setup. And in the past, he would have 7 monitors in front of himself and monitor 500 stocks at a time. But nowadays he trades with only 2 monitors and mainly trades the Nikkei futures by looking at 2 currency pairs, the US dollar versus the yen and the euro versus the yen. Now CIS likes trading Nikkei futures because it's the main Japanese index and allows him to take positions with a leverage of 10 to 1. Now once he determines the price direction of the index, he starts trading in small lots and gradually adds to his positions. Now the total amount of Nikkei futures positions can sometimes exceed a few $100 million, but this is the type of level that he likes to trade at. He doesn't like to use any indicators to trade the Nikkei futures, but watches the currency pair, the US dollar versus the yen, for any indication of market fear. Now as I mentioned, the Japanese yen is known as a safe haven and typically rises when the market falls. By knowing how the market values the yen helps CIS determine whether to buy or sell the Nikkei futures contracts. Now typically CIS likes to trade the Nikkei futures for several hours a day or hold the futures for a few days, usually playing during the Japanese session and closing the positions on the first few hours of the US market session. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to watch other videos where I profile the top traders in the world, please click on the left for another trader profile video, and also click on the right for my top trader profile playlist. I'll see you on the next video.